Good evening, foodies. Welcome to another episode of ZENNIE'S TNT Kitchen. Tonight we are doing a tutorial, and this was a suggestion set forth by my good friend Sasha. She has her own soap making business, Suds by Sasha. The link will be provided to you at the end of this video, so please go check her out because she has some really good products. Alright, so the tutorials that we are focusing on is Pholourie, because a lot of people are asking what it is. And since we are offering it on Friday and Saturday, I thought, I'd hit you with a tutorial so you could get familiar with one of our idle snacks, our idle street foods, our anytime thing, right? And then I'm also going to do the tutorial on what you see right here. We're going to make some green mango chutney and also a sweet sauce using fresh mango and tamarind sauce. So you get to see into the daily procedures of what it look like, right? For Trini cooking here at ZENNI'S TNT Kitchen. So the first one up is this green mango chutney. Let me tell you, all these items are all vegan. There are no dairy products, no meat, no nothing used in any of these dishes. It is what you see is what you get. So for the green mango chutney, very much vegan because we're using all raw ingredients. I have one of the mango was actually a green mango and the other one was half ripe. How do you know? When you squeeze it and you hold it, it should be firm. It should be green on the inside. It's actually not bad eating it green. It depends on what you do with it. We make a lot of chow and things with green mango. It's the firmness that we're looking for, because when it's ripe, obviously that's where the sweetness come in. And most of our dishes, if you're going to make it savory, you have to have it either green or almost ripe. Okay, and obviously you can tell by the skin as well. If the skin is very green, you have a green mango, but you don't want it young. Okay, just some little tidbits right there. All right, so I just showed you I have some shadow benny, habanero pepper. Don't be like me. You see I pointed the lime there. Do not use a whole lime if you use any 2 mangoes, right? If you're going to make a lot more, say your recipe says for you to use about 4 mangoes. I mean, you could use half of the lime, but about a tablespoon of that fresh lime juice is good. With the green mango chutney, you're also going to use some salt, some sugar. Green seasoning is also in this because that amplifies the flavors. So just to let you know, and that's about it. Please keep in mind you have to freshly wash your produce. I can't stress that enough. So all the herbs, everything, even down to the garlic, even down to the lime, I scrub that and wash it as well that I can. So I'm going to remove the skin. I'm going to peel my mango, cube it up, place that in the blender. The ultimate process here is you don't want to overwork or overheat your blender. So you want to make it in uniform cubed pieces so that your blender can do its best work, right? You're going to add in your tablespoon of lime juice and also your garlic. I use the face of the habanero pepper. I don't use a whole pepper. I just want the flavor, not the heat. And I also chop up the shadow benny into small pieces so that it can also break down. You want to pulse it. I keep saying blend. You want to pulse it in your blender. All right, you do that for a couple minutes until it gets to a grainy consistency. I mean, you can make it to whatever consistency that you want. That's your business. But generally speaking, it's usually a grainy consistency. Once that's all done, you pour that back out in a bowl and then you season it with your sugar, some more salt if it's needed. If you want to add in some grated garlic, and then you add in your 2 tablespoons of green seasoning. However, what you think, I would start off with the minimum. And then as you're building, this is a condiment, so it's a chutney. As you're building it, you get your flavors. And voila, it's all done. It's as simple as that. Now, the traditional technique is to grate the mango. Ain't nobody have time for that. So when I looked online on A Taste of Trini, she shared this process of saving you 10 minutes of grating and throwing it in the blender and pulsing it up. So if you want to grate, go ahead. That's you. I want to blend. All right, so we're done with that process. Now we're going to move on to the Pholourie. What is Pholourie? It is one of the iconic street snacks in Trinidad. Like I said previously, you can eat it for breakfast, you can eat it for lunch, you can have it for dinner. I mean, it's filling, it's fried dough, it's as light as donut holes, but it's not sweet, it's savory. The ingredients include split pea powder, but if you cannot find split peas, you can also use chana or chickpea. So you can either do fresh chickpeas, you can go to your local food store, your local holistic stores and find either chickpea powder, but usually split pea powder is what's used. Some flour, and then of course that flour is seasoned again with the fresh green seasoning. I mean, you can use the green seasoning that you find in the international aisles in your local grocery store, or you can make it. It's very simple to make. A little bit of pepper and some salt, some yeast. The yeast is to form it to rise, and some lukewarm water. Some people, they will tell you, oh, I don't use lukewarm water, I just use regular water. I wouldn't use cold. Some people use warm water. It all varies to the climate that you're at. If you're in a climate like me where I'm upstate New York, I'm going to use gearing towards more that warm water because it's getting colder. As the months get colder, you know, you don't want your flour and your dough to stiffen up. So you need that to get that consistency where it's almost liquid. It has to be a very soft ball because you're going to be squeezing it through your hands, the technique, and it's going to go into your oil. You're going to see the technique here, how I do it and put it into the pot. That's one of the methods and traditions that we keep with in Trinidad and Tobago. You can use a spoon, but you know, I mean, when you're with the children, it's an experience, so why not try something new? So again, you have that mixture, you fry it up. Some people will leave it light golden brown, some like the outer layer a little bit crispy, but you want to maintain that balance where it's kind of crispy on the outside, but on the inside it has to be well cooked, but it's going to be soft and nice, right? Almost pillowy, and it's so delicious. You know, so some people will season the dough mixture with the green seasoning. Some do garlic, some do jeera, which is the whole cumin seeds. Some just put the jeera inside the hot oil and fry the Pholourie like that. So again, you can see it's all a vegan dish. There's no additives of dairy or meat or byproducts, anything in there. All right, so in a nutshell, that's Pholourie, and it's so delicious. Trust me, when you come Friday and only taste it, and Saturday, you will be floored. The next sauce is that mango tamarind sauce. Thanks to Taste of Trini as well. That recipe, using some of my own flavors, of course, you had to tweak it to you know, what I'm accustomed to making in Trinidad and at home. So that's the way that I did it. You're going to also, again, you're going to cube up your mango. This time you don't have to take off the skin. There's flavor in the skin because it's going to, either you're going to slow cook it, or the recipe for this one was in a fast cooker. You can use your Instant Pot. I have a quick cooker from Pampered Chef. When I tell you, these things all cost you less time, and that's what we're looking for. All right. In her recipe, she had a very concentrated tamarind paste. I had tamarind paste, but it wasn't as concentrated as what she was using. It's more like the pulp, more juicy. So, but it still had that authentic sweet sauce taste when I was done. So I used 1 mango for that with the skin, also the seeds. You cut off the stem of the mango. That's why it has to be thoroughly washed. I throw in my green seasoning. Before I forget, 1 cup to 2 cups of brown sugar. It has to be sweetened. You can use granulated, but traditionally I prefer brown sugar. Your salt, your black pepper, and your fresh herbs. All of that go into my quick cook pot with the shadow benny. You can make it as spicy as you want to, heat wise. However you want to put your habanero pepper in there. Again, I use the face and just a couple seeds. Like I legit would take some of the stem of the seed and maybe put in 5-6 seeds in it, because you know, I want it balanced. I don't want it where you can't taste your food. That's the difference with we in Trinidad. I mean, I's a hot mouth, so I will add my own pepper sauce how I like it. But ultimately, when I'm tasting something, I want to taste it, not burn my tongue. So trust and believe that is what you'll be getting. All right. In 10 minutes, that will be the consistency that you need. And then we use what we call a swizzle stick. I will also post pictures of that so that you can see what a swizzle stick look like. And I will mash or put it in the blender and I just blend it, minus the mango seed, of course. Right? With the skin on, it becomes so soft and everything is going to gel together. And you place that in your blender. You want to fill it up halfway because remember, it is very hot. You blend that to a liquid consistency and voila, you have your tamarind sauce. All right, so thank you all once again for joining us here at ZENNIE'S TNT Kitchen. I hope this opens up a aha moment. Ooh, and I hope you come out and try it. So we here appreciate you all so much at ZENNIE'S TNT Kitchen. And I want to say it's always where you can find an explosion of island flavors. See you all Friday and Saturday. Bye now.